Evening, folks. We're going to take a look at another one from Aldi's. This is their Wild Range IPA. Wild Range Brewing Company IPA. India Pale Ale. Okay. $7 for a six-pack. Aldi's has turned out some decent beers, and they farm their beers out to what seem to be tier 2, but pretty solid companies. So let's do the crack, the pour, and the temp. We are using, of course, the no longer available 50th anniversary Jaws bottle opener. I love this thing. I'm going front and center in the collection, man. Look at that. Didn't even dent the cap. Amazing. We have chilled the glass down. Let's do the pour, see what we're looking at here. Well, it looks like there's a lot of head on this beer, so protein rich. Nice breakup of the effervescence from the bottom up to the top, from what I can tell so far. We are getting a nice spread, although it's a little disjointed. It's not tight at the bottom and loose at the top. It's kind of, well, it's kind of all over the place. Okay, let's get a temp on her, see what's going on. Cousin Bella is staying with us while the kids are in California. Cousin Bella is, she fits right in with the rest of the family. She's as batshit as they come. I'm getting a 46, 47, depending on where we are. That head's starting to come down, but let's give you a look. Tighten that up just a skosh. There we go. Nice, smooth, creamy. That is pretty much how I call those when it basically looks like whipped cream. Some guys flying some really nice antique aircraft around here. It's like an old school DC-10. I'm no aircraft expert. My buddy Q is. I can shoot him a picture. He'd tell me what it is. It's probably something else, but it looks like a DC-10. Yeah, we're still looking at 46, 47, so we're right in the sweet spot. Let's see what she's going to tell us. Biden time. Let's get that sniffer in there. Pine with an underlie of citrus. There's the last of that bottle, by the way. This is a 20-ounce glass, so that's how much head we popped. Really, really, really pine forward. 80, 20, 85, 15. Pine with just a hint of citrus on the back end. I am not a big piney guy, so let's slip it a tongue. For the lacing fans, we might actually get some lacing out of this one. Nothing interesting yet, but it is early on, my friends. Skol. That's piney. Soft palate. Front half of the tongue. Relatively smooth. Medium fast. She is cold. Take it for what it's worth. Well, she's in the approved range, but cold. Piney, but not overly bitter. Kind of surprising. And she's starting to dry out my teeth a little. So, while we let her warm up, we're going to go from 46 to 52, which shouldn't take long because it's like 114 today. What do we have? So, Wild Range IPA is brewed for Aldi's by Genesee out of their subsidiary, their High Falls Brewing, which is Genesee's craft branch in upstate New York. I drank a lot of Jenny when I lived back east, man. Jenny Cream Ale. You were upstate, Jenny Cream Ale was pretty much it. If I could have done this 40 years ago, yeah, I just drank the drink 40 years ago. We're looking at 6.9 for the ABV. Now we know why she's chalking the teeth up. 65 for the IBUs, and she's not hitting like a 65. Again, you know me, I top out around 40. Anything above 40 is just abuse. I was trying to figure out what the hops are. So, they don't give us anything, right? But we know certain hops have certain characteristics. I'm going to let this warm up before we try and define what they are. Normally, if she was just really, really pine forward like that, and it's an East Coast style, I would lean towards like a Chinook. But I don't know, so we will find out. What temp are we sitting at now, thermometer? $51,852. Told you it wouldn't take long. Hot out, man. Relax, Fruit Loops. Cousin Bella's here. Cousin Bella is as batshit as the rest of the family, which is why she fits in. Salud. Mouthfeel has shifted a little, so she's gotten a little richer and fuller. She's now doing the intradentals. I'm not getting leakage out into the buccals, the uppers, the lowers, and the sublinguals. The tongue has dropped off to the front tip, maybe quarter, not even third. She's gotten faster and goes directly to the back, and she is still not drinking like a 65. At a 65, I'm expecting a punch. You know, the bitter should be coming on like the ex-wife when she finds out you're getting remarried. No. It's kind of odd. I wonder if they have their numbers wrong, or maybe they've just crafted this really well. Genesee has been crafting beers for over 100 years. And so the fact that they have a small craft house now, because craft is popular, would not surprise me in the least. It's still pine. Well, we got a little bit of citrus on the nose. I'm not really picking it up on the palate. We're at 54. So we're going to pause. We'll be back when she's 58 and finish this beer, because above 58 into the 60s, I don't see this as being drinkable. It's fair to middling now. So we'll be right back. All right, turn around, dry the dog off, and put some ear medication in, because she's a Labrador and she gets ear infections. And you missed 58, so we're at 59 too. Me a couple. Please forgive me, but, you know, we try. Let's swirl and get the esters going. See what we got now. He's actually kind of odd. So you're looking at pine, and then there's kind of a spice note. Like a cinnamon note. I would have guessed Chinook. But I wonder if they added another hop in there as an adjunct. Doesn't really matter, because we're at the tail end of this review. So let's see what she looks like when she's hellaciously overwarmed. Salud. She's still not overly bitter, which is odd. Although she has come up, so I would say now she's probably about a 45 on the back end. The mouthfeel has shifted, so we've got intradental, we've got soft palate, a tiny amount of leakage out to the buccals. She is, at this temperature, considerably faster. Now she's bittering up. So now the oils are presenting. The pine is toned down. I don't know, man. It's kind of odd. No, yeah, she's all of 65 at this temperature. Yeah, she's still piney enough to be unpleasant for me. That spice note that I got on the nose hasn't transferred over to the palate. So, we're at that part. Would I buy this again? No, this is really not my style, but again, you know, man, I'm a lager guy at heart, especially this time of year. Would I drink it again? Maybe. Try it on tap? Of course, I'd love to. What when I tap? Handed this to me out of the cooler, I'd say thank you, but when I went back in, I would look for something else. I would also drink this a lot colder, because at this temp, you should be drinking beer at 60 degrees anyway, unless you're sitting outside and it's 35 or 40 and you're having a nice stout to warm up. Good for the style. Fairly representative, but nothing super special. Interesting flavor profile. No, the spice note that kicked up on the nose was kind of interesting. The fact that she didn't bitter up until she got really warm is a little on the odd side too, but then again, oils and esters, and they release at different temperatures, so it is what it is. 4 1/4. I think 4 1/4 is fair for this. Not a particularly great beer, but it's not a bad beer. And the price is right. I mean, when you're paying $7 for a 6-pack in America anymore, it's not AB InBev or one of those other global multinational conglomerate death machine companies. Can you complain? To be fair, I've never bothered to look at the parentage of Genesee because I don't get Genesee out here. I'm in the West, and Genesee is way east of me. So, for all I know, they may be an AB InBev company now. I really hate globalist conglomerations. I think they're absolutely heinous and disgusting things. 4 1/4 seems fair. All right, thanks for coming by. Put some eyeballs on. You know you're my people, and I love you. Always want you to be the big three. I want you happy, healthy, safe, honorable, dutiful, vigilant, great man. Head on a swivel. Hot and handy. Hot and handy comes with its own laundry list of unconstitutional rules and regulations, but they're going to be there forever. Don't even bother buying into bubble bullshit that people try to feed you. It just is what it is. All right, my friends, I will catch you on the next one. I hesitate to toast you with this because now she's getting undrinkable, but it's what we have. Skal! Up into the 60s now. There's a really long progression to get to that bitter note. Weird. So that would move her down to a medium slow. We haven't seen one of those in a long time. Is what it is. I'll catch you on the next one. Adios.